intro.
Before we begin, if this is the first time you visit to our channel, you consider to subscribe. Understand the coronavirus by thinking how you will defeat it. In essence, it is not a living being, it is a DNA that dreams that it is a living being. One his plan. Melush is a life other than air. Lung cells are the only place that can absorb and alter the amount of oxygen that you need to live. 2. Method of implementation: it will pass through the spray from one person to another, or from your hands to your nose, then to the windpipe, ready to infiltrate the lung. 3. What will prevent it? Once he enters the throat, he will meet a hurricane of saliva that forces him to enter the stomach, in order to shrink it from its acids, so that it does not know how it enters the lung and dies. The solution? He should stick to the throat wall as long as possible, so that he can visit you with pain, and suck all saliva, so that the throat will dry up, so that they will enter the lung, so that your shine will dry up. Please drink a lot of water, and I want him to warm him, so that you force him to enter the stomach and shrew into it. At the moment, the brain knows what is happening, so it starts to raise your body temperature so that it kills it, because it gets hot. Okay, if we fail and the disaster occurs and the lung enters? In this case, this cell will occupy any cell, inhabit it, transform into a living organism, begin to multiply, and work from the cell as a virus factory outside the body that could not reproduce, so that sitting in the house reduces its spread and eliminates it. Now my lung is in the lung, immediately the white blood cell defense line attacks him randomly. Stop here. If your heart remains and blood pressure and fitness are good, you will pump a large amount of blood, full of defense antidotes, and kill it. This is a strong immune man, so that we can move and play sports at home and abolish smoking in order to strengthen the bloodstream and flash base throughout the day. Keep your thoughts, depression, fear, delusion and circulation of terrifying news paralyzing the immune system and giving up the disease enables you. The virus in the lungs and defense still tries to kill it, and often succeeds, but those whose immunity is weak or who smoke a lot will fail the defense line and the egg cells will be defeated. But together with a sample of the virus, the immune system starts making appropriate antibodies to the personality of the virus and returns to destroy it. But unfortunately, loudly crying face industrialization needs from 2 to 5 days, and the virus can destroy the lung if the person is old, over 70, weak immunity, or has a strong disease. But if his body is healthy and has reasonable health, he will be patient to some extent. Congratulations, winking face with tongue. 81% of those who were inspired by the virus get this or automatic talk without sensing the virus and dying while it is not circulating. Fadel 19%, which is 15% subject to quarantine or treatment and full recovery. Fadel Keda 4%, they are made up of 2% they do not enter intensive care and recover completely, and tired face, tired face, tired face, tired face. 2% of those I talked about, old people with weak immunity or serious illness, unfortunately die. Conclusion: the cure rate of the virus is 98% or without serum, meaning the weakest virus has appeared in the universe. It does not affect more than 99% of children, and its danger to the elderly over 70 and patients with weak immunity. The most dangerous thing that can make you sick is stress and anxiety, following bad news, lack of sleep, lack of movement and infection in gatherings. The one who destroys the disease is laughter, optimism, and playing sports at home to stimulate the bloodstream, and eat green vegetables and fruits, especially citrus fruits. And it is possible to go out in the sun every day when you and your children, or one of you, in an open place with his sleeves and without what comes close to the limit, if it is not possible to hide the house. Ali idea of the percentage of injuries in Egypt is declining, God willing purified.